Here's the thing.
We back.
From the biggest plays to the hottest takes, this is Third and Loud.
Welcome to episode 4 of Third and Loud. This is your co-host, Andrew Huff. Here with two fine gentlemen, Terry and Marty. And we've got some good stuff for you guys today. We're going to go ahead and get into it. We do typically do a Bible first, but I don't have my Bible on me. We're on vacation, so we'll just get into it.
There right now, the light ain't on you, but keep making plays. Nobody's talking about you, but keep making plays.
Right.
I know your sales numbers aren't where your friend is, but keep making plays. I know nobody's talking about you, and you're not on the leaderboard right now, but baby, keep making plays.
But we'll start with Bijan versus Gibbs.
But he picked a leap here.
I'm keeping a stack. A lot of y'all are dumb and stupid.
I needed that. I needed that too. The person you want, Scoop.
Because a lot of people think just Gibbs clears Bijan. When it's just the farthest thing from the truth. Again, like we talked about it earlier, the only thing Gibbs beats Bijan in is speed. That's it. After that, it gets a little like who's a better power back? It's Bijan. Who's more elusive? It's Bijan. Who's a better receiver? It's Bijan. It's like who's a more complete back? It's clearly Bijan. Like Gibbs had 2 more catches than Bijan, and Bijan had 200 more yards. So it's like
I'm not disagreeing with Matt here, but Gibbs does have 7 more touchdowns.
Give it to you. You got me there.
Right.
So,
I think the stats are great. Give it to Bijan. I think he's a better running back. But at the end of the day, I just need you to get to the end zone. So
I counter that with probably the fact that
Falcons fans, by the way.
Oh, for real? On God? Just like that?
Yeah, we are. I'll admit that. But also, we'll go ahead and throw out here that the Detroit Lions have a much more efficient offense than the Falcons do.
I agree.
Our overall coaching, our system is Detroit is even without Ben Johnson is still light years ahead of what we've had in quite some time. So, and we're already back to QB issues already. So,
Well, I told Matt earlier because he said, the only thing that Gibbs is better at is being faster. I do think Bijan has a worse system to play in. But I think that difference in 7 total touchdowns, like Gibbs being a little bit faster, I think that could be the difference between being in the end zone and not being in the end zone.
yeah. I'll even give Gibbs another stat towards him. Monty does take a nice little share of his role as well. But Bijan's also, he'll do the same thing with Brian Robinson Jr. this year. I feel like we have always had kind of like a power guy that typically has been getting more red zone opportunities than.
that's the other thing. All y'all that want to say he had a split carries with David Montgomery, what about Tyler Algier?
Yeah,
We're just going to act like Bijan's just carrying the whole load over here?
Yeah.
Like, y'all are ridiculous, bro. Oh, my God.
We just had to get into that one because Matt was real passionate about that. And
Let me just ask you one question. It's a simple two options right here. Ben Johnson, Zach Robinson. It's that simple. Which one do you think you're going to produce more with? Let's be honest here.
Bijan still hasn't beat by about 700 total scrimmage yards.
He still had 2,200 scrimmage yards.
you can see that.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. This season, it's hopefully with all our new system, we've got Scansy coming in, just overall new faces everywhere. Hopefully the Falcons can finally get it together. I'm not sure if we will. Being an Atlanta fan is truly unfortunate. In all sports, it's not even just football. Hawks, Braves, even though Braves are, guys, we're doing great this year, but we've seen this before, 2023.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Going back to last week, actually, we went to see the Spider-Man last night, so I want to talk about that. 8 out of 10, if you haven't seen it.
It's phenomenal. I like it.
I think I said I started rating stuff. Would you go fucking 3?
Would you put it?
Don't say before. You had something high, like 9.2 versus what you're kind of going for.
Whoa.
Because I had 8.2, and I'd say it hit 8.2. Pretty heavy. It was solid.
Beforehand, the way that I was hearing it, I was hoping for a 9.3.
Yeah, I think they overhyped a lot of the fans.
Did it surpass Spider-Man 2? I mean, obviously, the more in everything, the more age that it gets, the more better it's going to get. So, Spider-Man 2 is phenomenal, but
I think it's better than Spider-Man.
it might have to be.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard when Spider-Man 2 was made in 2000s. I think when it comes to animation, it's
rough. Like, I can't blame you for not looking great like today, but it's also like, we're improving. We're going to...
Spoiler alert. Skip ahead. Sorry. There's this scene where he's fighting with the ninjas, and he goes up into the air and shoots the webs at everybody. I leaned over to Matt. I was like, Xbox fucking sucks.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I was like, damn it. We're so behind. I would buy a PlayStation just to play Spider-Man. I'm not
Both of the games are really good. They're insane. And then you love Miles Morales so much. That's got Miles. So you yet to ever touch those games? You haven't?
No, I didn't see.
Okay.
So I've touched them.
Okay.
But like that's, again, and we can get into a little of that one day too. But
Still not close.
Spider-Man. I mean, what other games does PlayStation have that Xbox doesn't now?
Wolverine, I believe, will already. Which that one looks great.
Was it MLB one for a while? Then
they've had an Xbox on it for a while now, but yeah, for a long time, SDS was a they only made the game for PlayStation.
Yeah, I also firmly believe that their graphics are better. I think it's real close, but there's certain games where I'm like, damn.
I think me personally, a lot of people disagree, but me personally, I think the Xbox controller's better. I've always been a battery guy overcharging your shit. Because, like, you just change the batteries, bro, you're right back. Now, you can keep it plugged in and it still works. Like, I get that whole thing, but it's also like, why don't you get two batteries?
I don't know. We're 2K players, so I never play with batteries anyway, so I'm always plugged in.
No, dude,
I feel like it makes me better.
I just like being able to move.
I'll show you mine. Like, my cord's super long, so like I'm sitting on the edge of that bed in where the guest room's right now. It's been fun.
Moving on from that, but if you haven't seen it, go see it. Great movie. This isn't even a segment, but I do want to touch on it because it's the first taste of football we've had in a couple of months. But
Hall of Fame game.
Hall of Fame game. Yeah, it was football.
Probably the greatest Hall of Fame game of all time, to be honest.
Carson Beck, 15 of 19, 188 yards, 1 touchdown, 125 passer rating. Haynes King, 21 of 34, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, 39 rushing yards. Game-winning 5-yard touchdown run.
I will say that was sick. That made that game.
That was fire.
That made that game.
Fire that he went for.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you guys feel about Beck after the...
I'm going to be honest, and this is for all the Beck fans out there. The question was never if he was elite. The question was if he could be elite in certain moments. And the fact, I don't remember what happened. I don't know if he got hurt or whatever, but he wasn't in there in the fourth, and the backup was frying. Like, he was doing just as fine.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to come down to, how much more lackadaisical are these guys playing in a Hall of Fame game.
100%.
100%. You're not seeing any type of week one action that you see. So, I've got no real comment on Haynes or Beck. It's going to be interesting what happens in Arizona. He's going to actually come in and be the solidified starter because, Brissett got this contract going out or whatever. But, I mean, if they start off like 0-5 or 0-6 or something, who's to say they don't just throw in Beck or something, I mean,
and that just goes to show how stupid Arizona is because why are you letting Jacoby Brissett have a hostage negotiation with you over this contract? Why? Like, let's be honest here. I'd rather let Carson Beck go out there on a rookie deal than sign Jacoby Brissett to any more money. Are you serious?
I'll sign for $200,000 and go.
How much did Brissett end up securing? Yeah, it was 1 year, 15.5. So,
Crazy. We'll take it. Top 10 cartoons. So each of us went ahead and picked, shows that we watched when we were younger. Some shows that we still watch now. Guidelines, obviously, no Adult Swim, so like Rick and Morty, BoJack Horseman, which BoJack and Rick and Morty both would have been in my top 10.
Family Guy.
Family Guy also would have been
up there.
Yeah, would have even been kid shows. But I'll let Matt start on that one.
All right, my top 10. Number 1, the forever number one, and I'll argue with any of y'all, is Regular Show.
Easy.
It's not even like let's be honest here. It's not even close. Number 2 is Ben 10. I'm just a personal fan of Ben 10, like a huge fan. A lot of people probably don't have him in their top 10. That's fine, I get it. Avatar: The Last Airbender is 3. The original Teen Titans, OGs, that's 4. SpongeBob's 5. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? You can't have a list without SpongeBob at least somewhere in your top 10. Young Justice. If you haven't seen Young Justice, culture yourself. That is a great show until the BS propaganda comes in season 4. But 1, 2, 3 is phenomenal. You know,
we're cool.
Danny Phantom is 7. Adventure Time is 8.
Edit that last part out.
Batman is 9. Gravity Falls is 10. I mean, Batman Beyond is 9. Gravity Falls is 10.
Oh, okay. So I'll go after Marty just because number 1, I do have Regular Show. I mean, I actually tried to think of another one, number 1, and I don't have anything that I could put in like the same realm as that. Number 2, Dragon Ball Z. If you're an anime fan, you know what I mean. I don't have to explain that. 3, SpongeBob, the all-time great as far as kids shows goes. Probably my most watched show of all time. 4, Gravity Falls, 10 out of 10. 5, Steven Universe, they didn't like it. That's my shit right there. I can give you word for word some episodes. 6, Adventure Time. It's so similar to like Regular Show about how I feel, but it's not as good. Like, it's not as funny. It's not as interesting. Over the Garden Wall. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that, but if you ever heard of it, yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. You just gotta watch it. 8, Avatar: The Last Airbender. 9, The Legend of Korra. I'm not gonna get into this, but I love Korra. The show's just not as good as Avatar. Korra is stronger than Aang.
Now we know your character.
My address is 5326 Populous Drive, Savannah. We can talk about it. Number 10, Amazing World of Gumball.
Dude, we were talking about this yesterday. He did not like that pick for me, and he watched it. He put it at 10. It is so funny.
3 hours of Amazing World of Gumball the last 2 days. And then number 11, honorable mention, Ultimate Spider-Man, the animated one.
Spectacular or Ultimate?
Ultimate, actually.
You know what, bro? Take Danny Phantom out. The Spectacular Spider-Man. I can't even believe I forgot about him.
Good series, good show. Easy picks. Kind of figured most of us would have a lot of similar ones, especially like Gravity Falls, Regular Show, SpongeBob, because we all talk about that one. I know Andrew's going to have some weird ones because he thrown out some names these last 2 days where I've just been like, okay, bud. But, you know.
I've got a good 10 and I've got a couple fire honorable mentions. That's what okay. So, all right. If you know me, you know how much I like Batman. So I'm going to go ahead and go number 1, Batman animated series, 92 through 95 specifically. Not really a huge fan of season 4. Pink Panther at 2, Scooby-Doo 1970s at 3, Tom and Jerry 4, Teen Titans 5, Justice League animated series 7, Regular Show 8, Gravity Falls 9, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and 10, Young Justice. A couple honorable mentions: Batman Beyond, X-Men 97, X-Men animated series, and the 90s animated Spider-Man.
I want to get into this real quick.
Ah, dude, Pink Panther. Where is?
I think Kids List is super good. That's set for Pink Panther.
Pink Panther, for me personally, bro, I used to always watch Pink Panther.
What is that show about?
Regular Show didn't even make honorable mention.
No, it's 7.
It's 7? Yeah, it's 7.
But yeah, okay.
I could have sworn I didn't think
I remember when we talked about it, it's more of like a person, throw more personal. So Pink Panther and Tom and Jerry are 2.
I agree with all these picks. I like Tom and Jerry. Pink Panther. What do we even?
I just really liked it as a kid, bro. I don't know. It's something about that show was I always watched it when I was younger.
I wish they squeezed Scooby-Doo into mine.
Yeah, 70s, bro. I mean, even like the early 2000s, there were some good remakes of Scooby-Doo. I feel like a lot of kids, from like, if you're like, I feel like 22 to 30, even 35, probably even 40s, like, yeah, no, I'd say 35 is cut off. You watched definitely the 70s Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
And probably a bunch of the movies, like the Zombie Island one. That movie was crazy.
Oh no, that movie
was so good.
My grandparents used to always have them on the VHS.
Yep, VHS, bro.
We'd watch
Crazy. Yep. So I know I definitely had some controversial high ones in there, but again, those 2 and 4 were more personal to me than anything. So I chose those.
So Courage will not be in my top.
See, but you never watch. Like I always watched it late at night, and that's what would come on.
It's like, bro, that show.
It's wild, bro. It's wild.
Dude, Courage just ends up in a random part of the world, like a different terrorized by a grandma with a rolling pin. Just because, like, dude.
Yeah, I included in honorable mentions because I really liked X-Men animated series and the '90s animated Spider-Man. Something about the animation, bro, was just so fire in the '90s and early 2000s, dude. Like,
see, but I would take, like I told you earlier, like the original Batman. I would take Batman Beyond.
Yeah, and that was still in a golden era. It's still late '90s and early 2000s, and the animation's still so good.
So good, bro.
So,
Moving on. NFL training camp. But before we get into that,
Lane Johnson.
I want to personally thank you. You've given me some of the best years of my life. This is right up there with marrying my wife. I love you, bud, and I hope life treats you great.
To a legend.
You didn't hear that.
One of the greatest. Love it for sure.
Legend.
What was that crazy stat where he had like a torn? He had something torn in his shoulder, right?
Yes.
Who was he blocking?
Michael Parsons.
Was it Parsons?
TJ Watt. No, maybe not TJ Watt.
Well, it's Super Bowl specifically is what I was.
I mean, that they played the Chiefs twice, and then they played the Patriots.
He wouldn't necessarily be going up against. Maybe it was Chris Jones. I don't know. He had like some crazy stat where he had like a torn.
Well, I remember the Trent Williams when he was in that playoff run where he was owning Michael Parsons. He was owning everyone that came his way.
so NFL training camp. Obviously, we're going to talk about what are we buying, what's bullshit. So first thing we're going to talk about, Shadur Sanders. Cleveland, is he actually developing into the long-term answer? Are people still interested in the name, the value? How do you guys feel? Personally, I'll start. Shadur still hasn't proved anything. I like Shadur too. Great. I'm not going to say great quarterback. I think he can be a good quarterback in the NFL, but I think we're still focused on the name more than anything. If I was Cleveland, I would probably start him at this point, just because what do we have to lose?
Yeah.
But as far as like he goes himself, below average. So what do you want to see from him?
Yeah.
Not a long-term answer.
Honestly, dude, I don't think you go to Cleveland and you're, brought up for a lot of success. That's not big. I'll throw 2 names in there. Not necessarily. Darnold's off in Cleveland, but Panthers. Baker went to Cleveland and the Panthers came back to the Bucs. Pretty much I'd say a complete career revival. Wasn't touching any of the numbers he had in Browns, and they did live in the playoffs. Same thing with Darnold. Panthers, Jets. I don't think he went Vikings for a year and then goes Seahawks Super Bowl. So I'm not going to necessarily trash Shadur. Who knows what he can do? It's going to be interesting. Definitely think there's. I would say for him, maybe humble himself a little bit. He's very I'll say cocky more than confident. But again, I don't think that's the end of the world. You say what you want, if you can go back it up. I think that's great. I think that actually that's why I love Sherman so much. He would talk all that smack and then he would just back it up. Yeah, so that's let's see what Shadur can do. Not going to say that the Browns have the greatest weapons with them now, so we'll see. For now, dude, let's just see what happens. In the southern of the world, what he does. They'll probably draft somebody else, but again, it's always been a cycle with QBs in Cleveland.
I mean, Shadur, I think he was drafted in probably the stickiest situation you could be drafted in.
Yeah.
You already have a QB that or a rapist that you already wasted so much money on, and then when you drafted Shador, you drafted Dylan Gabriel before him. Why are you drafting 2 QBs? So I think he was put in a shitty situation. He was still 7 touchdowns, 10 receptions. And it's his rookie year. I give rookies a lot of slack, but it gets to 2 to 3 years, we're gonna have some questions. But 7 to 10 touchdowns, there's not much you can do with that. Now the problem is he overrated? 1,000%, because of the way half y'all talk about him. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all thought he was gonna be the savior of Cleveland. Now Todd Monken is there now, and they drafted Denzel Boston, and Casey. So we can definitely get some shit moving here.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, do I want him to be Cleveland's favorite? I do.
Yeah,
I'll add in. They've got a great running back room, and
Dylan Sampson and Judkins.
I was gonna say Judkins actually showed out a couple games last year. Kind of slowed down a little bit. I think he was also getting hurt more towards the end of the season. But yeah, I like that backfield a lot with Judkins and Sampson. I think that they could do something with that. So they don't have Njoku anymore. It's Fanning. So it's like Njoku was great. I think Fanning could probably be better. I mean, it seems like he'll be more healthy. And dude, he was dominating last year for a rookie outing with Cleveland. Yeah, he had a solid head. So I think they have some good tools going in right now. Again, it's Cleveland, so like, what's really gonna?
I will say though, if we get through this whole year and we don't have a solidified number 1, if we get through this whole year and we don't have,
is it Philly?
No, Cleveland.
No, strong. Wide receiver one. Wide receiver one.
If Cleveland gets through the whole year and rage bait, if we get through the whole year and Cleveland hasn't had, like, we don't have a solidified number 1 option at QB.
Yeah.
It's
all.
Yeah. Keep developing him. I don't know if he's a long-term answer right now, but I'd keep developing.
I think he's got a better shot than Watson and Gabriel at this point.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Moving on, Chiefs. Are they still the team to fear? Pat comes back, or has the league caught up? I'll start. I'm an absolute Pat Glazer. I'm an Eagles fan, but probably one of my favorite players of all time. I'll never bet against Pat, so yeah, in my eyes, yeah, that's still where we're at. We've got to see it. Obviously, he was injured. We didn't have a great 2025, but I would still take him. So
how much we value QBs. We talk about how important they are. Definitely think once Mahomes comes back, it'll be actually healthy. We'll see what I think. We talked about Kenneth Walker. I think that was a big piece that KC was lacking in the run game. Pacheco kind of just fills it out a little bit. Kareem Hunt actually had some great games, but again, he's deep in his career. He's not necessarily going to be able to put a backfield on his back. So it's good. I like to see that they signed Kenneth Walker. I think that's going to fill in a big piece of them. If Mahomes is there and healthy, I wouldn't count.
Can't count him out. I don't think the team's good enough, honestly, to make a serious run. But just because they got Patrick Mahomes, we got a shot.
There have been years where I didn't think they were good enough, though, and they ended up.
And they did it.
So it was like
7 straight AFC championships. I want you to think about that. 7 straight.
And I'll say, if he comes back and we get to the AFC championship, yes, I'll never shut up. Yeah. We're back on the hunt.
So
y'all call it washed. Y'all say a bunch of bullshit.
We're back on the hunt if he comes back.
Chiefs dynasty's done. What were y'all saying when the Patriots lost for 10 straight years and didn't do anything? What happened then? They won 3 more after that.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm not counting them out.
So they lost McDuffie.
That's huge.
They didn't lose anybody else big on defense. And another follow-up question would be, who did they replace with McDuffie?
They got Delaney, the 9th pick. I think they lost Leo. That's huge. That's huge. I think he went to the Commanders.
It's big for the Commanders.
And then I think Drew Tranquil, I think they lost him too. So that was 2. So they still got Nick Bolton. Who's their safety? I think they lost him too. I feel like the defense got worse.
Let me Tyron.
But the other thing is, as long as you got Spags, we gonna ride and we gonna figure it out. So I think they got it. I think I'll go back on top. No, I think there's too many good teams right now that'll be better. But am I going to count them out?
You never know.
We'll see.
Justin Herbert's no more excuses season at one. Chris would love this. At one point, does Herbert need a legitimate playoff run before we change what we talk about? I'd say it's got to be this year. I feel like they're going to come in with a pretty strong.
Mike McDaniel's their OC
now, and they'll have hopefully a full year of Hampton. I'm excited, really excited to see him.
Ladd's
going to cook. I think Ladd's going to be great. Gadsden's very promising. It seems like Johnson had a very strong turnaround so far. Still need improvement, probably at least another season, but that's some big games.
Trey Harris, Ole Miss, he's second year now, so he had some moments last year. So we'll see.
It's going to be interesting now because they don't have Keenan Allen anymore, correct? So that's going to free up a huge target share. I think Ladd really makes a leap this season for sure. And again, I'm excited for Hampton now. I think he's going to be really solid. Hopefully his knee heals up nice. Sucks that deal with something already rookie season, but dude, it's so common this day.
Yeah,
it's gotta. To me, it's gotta be Turf Fields now.
It's just almost has to be. It's the turf.
I know they're putting out data where they're saying that it doesn't, necessarily line up. I don't know, dude. For me, I feel like we haven't seen this many injuries, just torn ligaments over and over and over again. Falcons fan here. Jalen Walker just lost him.
I will say so. I never played at a professional level. When I played lacrosse, I much preferred the turf field over grass. I won't lie. Yeah. But I will say,
their cleats are digging in.
Well, in college and high school, where you don't have as much funding as an NFL stadium or like that, your grass isn't kept up as well.
We played perfect game all the time. Yeah, travel ball. That was always turf. It was nice to play on turf.
But I don't think our grass is going to be kept up as nice as so.
Sure.
Eagles. Is the championship window closed? I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not going to over exaggerate. I don't think it's closed. I don't think that's crazy to say. I think we're still capable of hanging with any team that's a top contender. I don't know. AJ's gone, so I'm going to say who's going to be.
Who's the top guys you guys lost on defense? Because I feel like you guys did lose a pretty hefty portion. Not necessarily a heavy portion, but you guys lost some heavy hitters.
Even on the offensive side, just losing AJ is a lot. I trust Devontae. Obviously, we saw what he could do in college. He's capable of being a wide receiver one.
You guys got Lemon.
Yeah. So I think that's easier said than done. So I have to see what it looks like right now. I think we're still a contender. I think we're on the back end of that list as far as contenders go, but I think we can still hang with anybody.
I mean, I think Barkley, actually, that's one of the guys we'll include next week on who's going to help come back this season. Well, because it's not that Barkley never necessarily had a bad
year for his standards.
But exactly, and I feel like he made up for a lot of, in a few games, and the overall production wasn't there what it has been.
1,100 yards.
On a normal basis. And he's still 1,100, 4.1, and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's just the offense was just. But me and Chris have talked about this. I told him Saquon had 2,000 yards. He is not coming back the next year the same. It's not happening. If he does, or if he had, I'd give him top 5 running back.
So you guys lose Jalen Phillips, Reed Blankenship, and Jacoby Dean. That's 3 guys you guys.
2,000 yards too is
they did
way above anything he's remotely.
Well, and we knew that was talk. If he can stay healthy, dude, and he's. I think everyone was kind of saying if he can stay healthy, dude, he's gonna.
That year, bro, 345 carries.
That's an insane.
280 carries this year.
He also was
averaging the year before.
Bro, always averaging 6 yards a carry is ridiculous. Yeah. And that doesn't count for his receptions.
Hasn't done that since he was on the Giants. Yeah. His first year too.
And it's no doubt Barkley's healthy, bro. He's one of the
top teams on this. How many teams do you say in the NFC are better than the Eagles? I could probably name one, and then probably I could argue with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Seahawks also lost some big guys. Yeah. It's really interesting.
That's why I think we can hang with those teams.
I think we can hang with those 100%. It's just the Rams is the only team where I'm I would take the Rams.
Oh, dude, they're just.
I would just take them just because.
If they actually get Aaron Donald to come back,
I need Jalen to. He's not Lamar, but I
He's
kind
got
of
to
need.
move.
You got to move.
You
That's
gotta
your strength.
You gotta
Like your strength is
You
run.
extend plays with your
Bro,
legs.
like you led the league in rushing at one point, rushing yards. Like, come on, bro. Like I need you to move. That's kind of the biggest thing for me. I think it's all on Jalen and Devontae this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, missing some pieces on defense, but I think they're disciplined enough where it's not going to be too big of a difference.
Yeah.
I think the
You guys still have some dogs like Kenyon and Coop, bro.
yeah, that's the
Great.
same. Like,
You still got Bond, correct?
Yep.
Bond's one of the top backs in the league. You're still gonna have Jalen Carter. Do you guys?
They still got Jordan Davis.
Graham's gone, correct?
but I think Jordan Davis.
Who, Graham? Brandon Graham?
Or is he still there?
No, he's been gone.
I think Jordan
he's
Davis has to not prove himself this year, but I need to see like a big year.
He needs to show that he is truly a 4-down lineman.
Yeah, I need him to prove.
We cannot have you just for 2 plays, dog. We
Yeah.
can't. Like,
Yeah,
we're gonna need
that's
you.
straight up honesty, brother. A lineman essentially is on the field the whole possession. Like
Yes.
that is your job.
Yes.
Moving on, Caleb Williams' next step in Chicago. Ready?
Guy, so I'll let you take this one, buddy.
What does Caleb need to show? That he is the Bears' franchise QB. He's already shown it. He won a playoff game. Besides Mitchell Trubisky, I mean, it's been a while in Bears. And again, we're Falcons fans. We already understand it's been a while. I need to hear it. But, I mean,
Caleb. Have Caleb in Atlanta right now.
I mean, Caleb is showing you off-platform throws that are just Aaron Rodgers-esque. Like, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he'll get more discipline.
And then with Ben Johnson?
Well, even with Ben Johnson, I think Caleb has been shown he's going to be the franchise quarterback. I don't think
they've got some nice pieces
to
there.
winning a championship right now.
I don't know.
I mean, defense definitely needs some work. Offense is coming. I mean,
the offense
I think
is
Luther
fine.
Burden's going to.
I got my QB, I got my 2 receivers.
You got Junze, and you got Luther Burden. I think will make a leap. And then
guy. Is he the running back, or what's his last?
So if the Manunga, as far as I know, will still have a.
They'll still be fine.
Yeah, they'll have a dual.
Because that's
Johnson's
what they
going from Lions to.
Yeah.
So of course he's used to this.
He wanted to do some
Colston Loveland
with a power back.
and you still have Cole Kmet.
Colston Loveland, bro. Colston Loveland.
He's going to be a dog.
He's going to be a
He's
dog.
going to be a dog, and you still have Kmet, who has had some huge games the past couple years. I think some chemistry issues between him and Fields started limiting his career a little bit, but nonetheless, I definitely think the Bears are turning in the right direction. 6, are the Patriots back to being contenders, or was last year a fluke? Definitely think they had a. Here's what I think: the schedule was definitely more in their favor. Not having Bo Nix, that was the game. Where
Yes.
Okay, making sure. Yeah, Bo Nix not in there with Broncos. Think that was a big win for the Patriots side. Overall, I this whole Vrabel, unfortunately, this whole situation made me change my opinion on him. But I still think he's a great head coach. Obviously, Snow when they went 3-13 the year before, so to go 3-13.
14-3.
And then you completely flip your whole year around. You go to the Super Bowl. Definitely just don't think May was necessarily ready at that. I mean, and Will Campbell was definitely not ready for it. He was getting destroyed all game. But that Seahawks defense, bro, was just disgusting.
They obliterated the 49ers 41-6.
And that's another team that made a big from in 2020. I guess it would be 2024, right? So 2024, dude, their O-line and D-line Seahawks was horrible.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad, and then they completely flip-flopped. I think Patriots and Seahawks are definitely 2 teams that flipped around their lines very quickly. I think that's what plowed this Patriots into more success. So I love May. I think he's going to be a beast, bro. I really do. So
Slightly off topic. Earlier we were talking about Philly hanging with different teams. I was looking at the tree from last year. I was like, well, I mean, we were 4 points away from beating the 49ers, and then they went on to lose 41-6 to the Seahawks. I'm kind of glad that wasn't us, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Are they back to being contenders? But what?
I don't think that question can be answered till after this year.
We're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Like the playoffs, yeah, I think you can make the playoffs, but it's like you made this. Are you making the Super Bowl again? No, your team wasn't good. I don't care what Timmy has to say. Y'all weren't good. If it was any other team, a lot of you Patriots fans wouldn't even defend this team. If it was the Kansas City Chiefs, you would rag them all day long. You played Justin Herbert. Like, I will give you this. You played 4 straight elite defenses. I will give you that 1,000%. Your glorious Drake May was ass in all 4. Horrible. He was trash. But you know what's crazy? In the Chargers game, there's no offense because Justin Herbert has no time to pass. In the Texans game, it's one of the best defenses ever, so I can give you a little slack.
Yeah.
Drake May's giving out fumbles like it's Oprah, bro. Like, just handing it out. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, I mean, that game was horrible. Then you got blessed with Bo Nix out.
Yeah.
Who they play? Jarrett Stidham?
Yep.
You played Jarrett Stidham. The Patriots, you scored 10 points and you won the game. 10 or 13. And you won the game. Then it all came crashing when you actually played a real team like Seattle and got that ass smacked. So, yeah, no. A.J. Brown is not changing this. Will Campbell, he better come better. He better come prepared because he was getting his ass packed.
It's
The whole run.
It's not all of you Boston fans that we have a problem. Just some. I will say, like Henderson a lot. I think A.J. Brown is still big for the Patriots. They got Dubes at 2, and then
It's a great point. Then you got that bum Stevenson still back there, bro. Like,
they love Ramondre.
they love Ramondre.
Henderson's got to be. They called him RB1 this year.
He's better at all around.
Shouldn't be in for debate. Phenomenal rookie season.
Phenomenal.
Hopping off there, moving on. Win the courtroom. So, I'm pretty excited for this week. We're going to be talking about Derrick Henry versus Adrian Peterson. I'm going to be the judge. Marty is going to be representing AP. Andrew will be representing Derrick Henry. You guys know who they are. I feel like if you're watching this, I really shouldn't have to explain that. So, what we're going to do today is flip a coin to see who gets to go first. Unless you guys know who wants to go first.
I go Henry.
I kind of wanted to go first.
I'm ready to go. Yeah. So, gonna go ahead and go through just a couple statistics that I find interesting. So, Peterson has more games played. He has actually 21 more games played. Sorry, 31 more games played. He's only currently beating Henry right now by 1,900 yards. Henry will have surpassed that in 2 years. Henry's got also 800 less carries. 650 less carries than Peterson. He's has more yards per carry. He's actually got more rushing touchdowns currently than Peterson has. And like I said, he's still got a season left, bud. At least 2 of probably real prime time Henry. So he will beat that. So he's got to beat on touchdowns currently, on way less carries, on 31 games played. He's already surpassing, the most important thing at the back, like you said, get in the end zone. He also has this all-time record of 200-yard plus games. He beat Peterson's record, and he beat OJ's record. So that's a big point that I liked. Look, 2012, Pete, crazy. I want 100% crazy. But Henry wasn't far off. 2020 rushed for 2,027 yards. And then, dude, he comes back in the last 2 years where everyone's like, is Henry really going to be 1,900, 16 tutties? Comes off for a very frustrating start last year. Still finishes 1,600 yards, 16 tutties. Bud's got him right now and by just a hair. But I'm telling you, bro, Henry's on pace. He's going to fry him. I think he's got overall. So Peterson has 1,300, 1,700, 1,300, 1,300, 2,000, 1,200, 1,400, and 1,000. Henry has 1,000, 1,500, 2027. He was hurt in 2021, only played 8 games. Came back in 2022, 1,500, 1,200, almost 2,000. With Lamar Jackson, by the way, who was still able to throw for 4,000 plus yards, and he still grabbed 2,000 yards while averaging 6 yards per carry. Insane to me. Then comes back last year, 1,595. Back-to-back. He's double digits every single year and getting in the end zone. He's an absolute animal. He's also found the end zone recently more in receiving. For me, I think Henry's stronger. AP's definitely got him beat in shiftiness and overall speed. But, dude, Henry is still lightning fast. It's ridiculous. Henry is a 6'3" monster who should not be running as fast as he does. He's got an arm bar, absolute elite stiff arm. We've seen it all before. Bro, It's AP. I love it. But I'm telling you, bro, Henry's going to come in. He's got 2-3 more years of doing what he's doing now. He's going to finish him. He's going to beat him in yards. He's already beat his 200-yard game record. He's going to take him in overall yards, overall rushing touchdowns, and he's going to do it in less games and less carries. So that'll be interesting for me to see.
Adrian Peterson is closer to Barry Sanders than Derrick Henry is to Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson's a better running back because he was just more explosive, reached a higher peak, did more with less help, and provided he could dominate regardless of any situation around him. If we go the peak route, Adrian Peterson or Derrick Henry in 2020 had 2,000 yards, 2,027 yards, 17 rushing touchdowns off 378 carries with 2141 scrimmage yards. Phenomenal year. Adrian Peterson had 2,097, so we're looking at 70 more yards off 30 less carries, 348 carries with 12 touchdowns. Now, he's not getting in the end zone at the same rate, but he had 14 scrimmage yards, 13 touchdowns, and he won MVP in offensive play. Like he did, but the problem is he did all of this after tearing his ACL. Won MVP and won Offensive Player of the Year. Adrian Peterson peak is offensive or MVP. Derrick Henry's Offensive Player of the Year. If we go, who's the better athlete? I think Derrick Henry's a hell of an athlete. But if we're going off, who's faster, who's more agile, who's more explosive, who can beat you in every way possible? Adrian Peterson is more of a complete back than Derrick Henry, and is more of an athlete in my eyes. He has numerous 70 to 80 plus touchdowns. Henry is a runway freight train. Peterson was just a home run hitter and an elite power back. He was just good at everything he did. The help argument, I can see both sides because they ran Derrick Henry through the dirt when he was in Tennessee. But I mean, Christian Ponder, Tarvarius Jackson, Gus, and then Joe Webb at QB. That's disgusting, big fella. Like that is disgusting. And there, you can say whatever about Ryan Tannehill, he was never that bad. Christian Ponder, I mean, you can have an argument, but so defenses constantly stack the box against Adrian Peterson with 8 to 9 guys. I'm not saying they never did that with Derrick Henry either, but at least you have A.J. Brown to take safeties back. And then you also have Ryan Tannehill, who was one of the most efficient play action. Derrick Henry definitely helped with that. I'm not acting like he didn't, but he was definitely one of the most efficient play action quarterback back then. The accolades argument, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, 4-time first team All-Pro, which means for 4 times you were the best running back in the league. 7-time Pro Bowler, 2010s All-Decade team. Derrick Henry, Offensive Player of the Year, 1-time first team All-Pro. 1 time, and that was his 2,000-yard year. 5-time Pro Bowler, multiple rushing titles. That MVP holds so much weight for me because of the position, number 1, being a running back, and then number 2, right after an ACL tear. That's like we were just talking about Mahomes. If Mahomes comes out here and throws 50 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, or 6 interceptions after tearing his ACL, and let's say he has 500 rushing yards to go with it, you know how nuts that would be? Anyway. The era argument, I can get behind that this is more of a passing league now. So Derrick Henry may not have the same rushing opportunities as Adrian did. But I mean, Adrian's going against Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis, Lance Briggs, Patrick Willis, Julius Pepper. I mean, he's going against some dogs. He dominated his era completely. Like he was just phenomenal. That's it. Then I got my closing statement.
So I guess my closing. So I come back kind of like a counter too. So I'm going to counter off some stuff you said.
Yeah.
Big fella. 34 games less. Okay. Keep in mind. Adrian Peterson has only had more rushing touchdowns than Derrick Henry in one of his seasons. Derrick Henry scores more touchdowns every single season that he's been in. He's in 34 less games. He has 650 less carries. He's only currently being beat by less than 2,000 yards. Henry will have that. He's already beaten Peterson in total rushing touchdowns. And again, in 34 less games. Their receiving stats are very similar. Peterson's at 2,300. Henry's at almost 1,900. And actually, Henry averaged more yards per reception in almost every season compared to Adrian Peterson. So my thing is, Henry's far from done. I mean, as far as I get it, love Peterson's MVP season, but bro, Henry broke his foot and came back in the very next year and put up a 1,500-yard season and 13 touchdowns. Which, by the way, Henry's only been in 2 seasons where he hasn't had double digits in touchdowns. He has, again, Peterson's only beat him 1 year in total touchdowns. Henry beats him every single year. The help argument, I think it's very similar, but dude, Tennessee literally, they had to run Henry in the dirt, bro. 2019, 303 carries. 2020, 378 carries. 2022, 349 carries. Like, bro, that was all they had at one point. Not to say that Tannehill did have some baller years, 100%. 100%. I just think, bro, Henry's got him beat already in touchdowns. He's about to beat him in yards in 34 less games with 650 less carries. Henry's gonna have at least 2 or 3 more seasons like what he's been doing now. I mean, dude, he's gonna surpass him in every way. I mean, like, again, agility wise, sure, but I'm telling you, bro, Henry is truly doing something ridiculous. And by the end of his career, he'll be beating Henry, AP in almost everything. Now, not to mention that the accolades. Henry was the rushing leader in 2019 and 2020. And he was rushing touchdown leader in 2019, 2022, and 2020. And he was only, I think he actually tied for first last year. He had 16, unless someone had 17, but I'm pretty sure 3 people tied for like 16 touchdowns. I think it was James Cook, Derrick Henry, and Jahmyr Gibbs. All 3 scored 16 touchdowns last year. So he almost had it for 4 seasons on total touchdowns. We're talking about getting in the end zone, baby. That's what you like at a running back? Yeah, Derrick Henry gets in there, bud. And more than AP. Less attempts, less games, still has more seasons to go. I mean, we're talking about, dude, AP played, I would say he played seriously from, like, where he was actually contributing still 12 years. Let's say 12 years, 2007 and 2019. AP could still get it done. But I'm telling you, bro, after 2016, he never scored double digits ever again. That was it for him. And touchdowns. Henry always scores 5, 5, 12, 16, 17, 10, 13, 12, 16, 16, bro. He gets in the end zone every single season. He's a menace. So half of AP's career consists of no double-digit touchdowns. Just saying.
Big fella, do you like your running back on the field?
I do.
Because 3rd and long, you can't have Henry out there because he can't catch the ball. He's one of the worst catchers of football at the running back position. He is. Like, I've seen some gruesome drops out of my dog. So 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, keep him on the field. We're most likely running it with him. Anything beyond that point, we have to take him out. But Adrian Peterson, we can keep him on every down, 1 through 4. That we can keep that guy. In 2018, he got 7 touchdowns, but he was 33 years old and got 1,042 yards. Derrick Henry's 31. So, and he's still balling. I'm not saying he's not, but the last time Adrian Peterson had that double-digit touchdown here, he was 30. So the regression is coming. We just don't know yet with Derrick Henry. It could be coming, it could not. I could be completely wrong, But I think it's dwindling. I think if you want a complete back, I think it's just a better complete back. You can keep him on the field a lot more. We'll just go to my closing argument, to be honest. Derrick Henry is one of the greatest power backs in NFL history I've ever seen, actually. So I'm not even going to argue that I love Derrick Henry. Like he said, Adrian Peterson has played 186 games to Derrick Henry's 153. Peterson, as of right now, is 1,900 yards rushing away or more than Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry could 1,000% smash that in 2 seasons if he's healthy. But Peterson combines Henry's physicality with elite burst, elite agility, much bigger receiving threat for 3rd down situations, and one of the greatest running seasons ever after a devastating knee injury. If you're building the greatest running back outside of Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson has the strongest case, in my eyes.
Are we closed?
You got anything else to say, buddy?
Just say that Henry's fourth right now in all-time rushing touchdowns in NFL history. It's gonna get ridiculous. He gets 3 more years in him. It just is. It just is, bud.
All right.
That's
So,
my close.
Matt, are you good or you got?
I'm good. I'm looking up this
And I'm hurt.
top rushing
I'm
touchdowns.
hurt because with all the information presented to me,
Yeah.
that's a hard choice. And I know what I want to say, but looking at the argument, dude, if I was building a team right now, and I'm kind of going peak for peak right now. I'm not using the peak, like complete peaks, but there's a certain ceiling. I have to go Adrian Peterson.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
And I'll be honest, what did it for me, and I fucking hate accolades. I don't think the MVP matters. I really don't.
Yeah.
Adrian, AP having that many more first team selections, there were multiple years where multiple guys in the NFL, multiple executives were like, this is the best running back in the league. And on top of it, not to say we're not in a good era right now, because we're in a great era. Adrian Peterson, LaShawn McCoy, Marshawn Lynch, Jamal Charles, Matt Forte, Todd Gurley. That's a tough crowd to get over on.
Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, Jameer Gibbs,
Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb, Ezekiel Elliott. He had a bunch of monsters. He had a bunch. But he has 1,200 more rush attempts than all of those guys.
Peterson still has 650.
Andrew, you're about to get contempt of court.
On game.
What's going on? So overall, I'm going to give the W to Adrian Peterson. Next week, we will rig it so that Marty loses because I think he is 3-0. So no matter what the arguments are next week, Marty will lose.
I'll probably have to host it just so y'all can go. I think that was the third one or second one we did. Bro, he said Derrick Henry was 4th, which is a great point. Fucking AP is right there at 5. 122.
And guess what? How many does he have?
Not gonna say the years.
These
year
gonna-
difference.
I'm telling you, bro.
9 to 14.
That's what I'm saying. 34 game difference is 650 less carries. Tim will smack you.
It's, bro, a lot of it is simply there's multiple years where people are like, this is the best back in the league. That's one of the big things.
Now, I will be honest, 100%. Now that it's over, I will be 100% honest. Derrick Henry is definitely going to pass Adrian Peterson, and it's going to have some scary-ass conversations when he does that.
And also, we talked about it's in a pass-heavy league right now. He's still killing.
He's still killing it.
And I'm telling you, man, he'll probably, I think he can get close. I mean, what is it? Dude, he's hitting over, he'll break LT.
Yeah.
I promise you, if he can go 3 more seasons where he can play at least 14 games a season, he will beat Tomlinson's touchdown record, putting him close to, I don't think he'll get 164. That's going to be really tough. That's 40 more touchdowns, 43 more touchdowns.
See, that's the other thing.
164.
We were talking about who Adrian Peterson's in the league with. I mean, he got drafted the year after LT had 28 touchdowns in a year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
See, and that's why for me, I think the competition, the talent is much better today, and they're used a lot more than they were back then, like in the receiving game and all that.
I do.
But I think back then, bro, those were they're giving you carries back then.
But I do think Derrick Henry's one of the last of his kind.
Oh,
that's
power back? Yeah. Like a true power back.
But I think he's one of the
Yeah,
first.
it's going to be nice for him, but yeah, I agree. He will 100% pass AP in at least probably his 2 seasons.
Yeah.
2 seasons.
If he breaks it next year, oh, dude, he got it.
As I say, well, I mean, he'll get probably. I think he can seriously go another 1,500 yard season this year. Stays healthy, at least 12 touchdowns again. Next year, probably go down to maybe 12, 1,300. Maybe squeeze out another 1,400. Still think he'll be double digits in that 3rd year. Think he'll eclipse just over about 1,000 to 1,100.
Yeah.
Probably finish about 9, 10 touchdowns. Yeah. And who knows? He could just go until he's 35.
Frank Gore's
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. We have to do
What is Henry right now?
arguing for Frank Gore. I will argue my ass off that he is not better than whoever he's up against.
No.
Whoever he's up against, I'll go Gibbs, and I'm taking Gibbs over Frank Gore. Top 5. We're gonna go through different categories. We're gonna have our personal 5, and then we're gonna try and agree on a list that we like.
Yeah.
So the first one is current QBs you trust the most to win your playoff game. For me, number 1 is Mahomes. It's not even close. If you want to argue, I'm not dropping my address, but you can give me a call. Matthew Stafford's number 2. Josh Allen's 3. I do have Caleb Williams 4, and I do have Jalen Hurts 5.
Cool. I'm gonna go. I'll also go. Mahomes coming back healthy. Gonna put him up there. I'll put Stafford 1, Mahomes 2. I would say Josh Allen 3. 5, probably. Dude, I'm throwing in, or 4. Sorry, I'm throwing in a healthy Joe Burrow. Can't ever count him out. And then 5 will go Jalen Hurts. That's my 5 right now.
Here we go.
Here we go. Pretty easy. I didn't rank mine, but I could rank them. I'll switch. 1, we'll go Pat Mahomes. No explanation needed. 2, I'm going to go Jalen Hurts. There's bias in there, but stats aside, he's proved he could do it twice now. So argue with yourself on that. 3, Josh Allen. It's the team at this point. Can't blame Josh for anything. 4, Lamar Jackson, and I'm a Lamar hater, but the guy's phenomenal. I think he's one of the few guys you have to plan for him no matter what's going on. 4, Matthew Stafford, or actually, no, that's 5, Matthew Stafford. No order on mine, but Matthew Stafford also a guy who's proved he can go out and get it done. So I think those 5 guys right there are the pretty standard for like NFL QBs right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our list, we can all agree Patrick Mahomes is number 1.
He stays 1.
Stafford's going 2.
I put him 2. You put him 2. I'll put him 1. So
I'll put him 2.
I'll put him 2.
Josh Allen, I got 3. You got 3. You got him 3? Or
No, I don't.
he didn't rank him.
Yeah, I didn't rank him, but if I had to put,
You put Hurts above
Jalen.
I'm going to put Jalen above Pat because Jalen has beat. Not above Pat, but I'm going to put Jalen above Josh because Jalen has beat Pat.
You want to put Jalen 3?
I'm going to
Put Hurts 3, and then Allen 4.
I'll put Allen 4.
Now 5.
My 5 was I had Burrow. He had Lamar. You had
Burrow, Williams.
Who the fuck would y'all take?
Who you trust? You know what? Drop it in the comments. Who do you trust?
I'll be honest. I'm not trying to be confrontational. I'm taking Caleb over fucking Joe.
Bro,
I know, and he loves Joe Burrow. I gotta fucking and he proved
He's got to be healthy.
He did prove it. He did.
he's
prove it.
been.
He's got to get healthy. If I'm going to say, I say it about Lamar a lot. I talk about Lamar's availability. I got to keep the same energy. Joe Burrow's got to stay.
I truthfully think Joe Burrow is one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. I need him on.
He's got to be on the field this week.
My main thing with Caleb is when I saw those off-platform throws on multiple occasions in the playoff.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow's amazing. Joe Burrow isn't doing that.
No.
And it's also like if I have that aspect where I have a guy who can make some ridiculous throws like that, like an Aaron
some
Rodgers,
crazy extended plays.
I'm going to take that guy and I'm going to trust him in a playoff game over a lot.
Yep.
Next one, top Super Bowl candidates. Number 1 is the Rams. If you disagree, go read a book. I don't know what to tell you. Seattle is number 2 for me. Super Bowl champs. I mean, what are we doing? We got to give it to them. Broncos 3. I think Bo Nix and that offense and that defense, I think they can make some noise. The Eagles will always be, not going to say always be 4, but they're always in my top 5 because they have a great roster. The QB and the coach, you can have some conversations, but it works, so we'll go with it. And number 5, I do have the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Cincinnati Bengals have made a lot of moves. I think they sneakily have made themselves one of the top front sevens in the league. So if that defense can play a little better than last year, they weren't horrible like the year before, but if they can play a little bit better than last year and Joe Burrow stays healthy and they have all those weapons, I see no reason why they could not make a run.
Yep, absolutely. Love that. Yeah, mine's always 100%. Dude, if they grab Aaron Donald, generally, the only thing stopping them from going to the Super Bowl will be health at that point. Rams number 1. I'll go Seahawks 2. 3, I'll actually go Eagles. The roster's ridiculous. I'm a big defensive guy. They've got a great defense, and offense I still think is a serious something to take serious in the league for sure. Number 4, I'm putting Bills, man. Love Josh Allen. Never gonna count him out. He's so due. He's so due for a run. Literally, I think he has the best quarterback stats in the playoffs right now in the last 5-6 years. It's not even up for a debate. Like, he has been going crazy. 5, I'm actually going to go sneaky here, bro. You might catch me for this one, dude. I'm gonna go Liam Cohen, dog. I'm gonna go Jags.
I'm gonna go with this fucking team.
I'm gonna go Jags before Bengals. I think with the Bengals, their defense is always dude. Jags are making some big moves. They got a great defense. Liam Cohen coming in there. Looks like T-Law's found his guy that can make him successful. Got no reason to believe why they couldn't make a run this year. They had a great season last year.
I think if Brian Thomas
I think he comes back
here, then we could really have a conversation.
Yep.
But I think the way they're a little bit, because they lost ETN.
Yep.
So who's their running back now?
Tootin, and then I feel like they also have another guy. But I mean, even then, I love their tight end with Brenton or Braxton Strange.
Yeah.
So love Strange.
Yeah.
Parker Washington balled out. Very big sleeper season.
Good.
Jacoby Myers came there, had a great end of the season there. So I think him having a full year there with him will be great. And then, dude, Brian Thomas, man. I'm a big Brian Thomas fan. I think he's going to be fine. He comes back to just a sliver of what he was doing rookie season. He's going to be huge for their offense. And again, Jags defense is showing that they're a menace, dude. So that's my 5. That's my 5th, bro. Yep.
So I got one. Super Bowl candidates. So 1, Rams, self-explanatory. Seahawks, returning champions, still an ass defense. Deal with it. 3 and 4, interchangeable. I have the Bills at 3. I have the Ravens at 4. Both do. Just got to get it done. I don't have the Eagles in mind. I think both of those are a better team than us. I think the Eagles are the most consistent team in the league, though, from year to year. Like, if you go year by year, I think they're the most consistent team. Not overly great, except for, obviously, Super Bowl. But I think they're one of the most consistent teams. 5, I have the Chiefs.
Okay.
I never count Pat out, so kind of simple there. He's probably the only guy where I'm like, you can pretty much, and I'll throw Stafford in there too, as a guy who can just put the team on his back, take them where they need to go.
Yep.
And that's why I was a little confused by the Broncos pick. I do think they have a good team coming back, but
that defense is insane, man. And
I just, with Bo being injured, that'll be a big thing. And he's coming back, but that'll be a big thing for me. I don't think a lot of players ever come back being healthy. The only difference is with Pat, he has been there. So, like, injury aside, he's been there. So
he's at least got the experience.
I mean, I think his Knicks wasn't anything crazy. I think he just fractured his ankle. So it's not like it'll affect him tremendously, like an ACL tear or like Achilles or something like that. It was hard. I was always going to put Chiefs on mine as well, just to not, because you can't count Mahomes out. But
I think we can agree 1 and 2 are Rams, Seahawks.
Yeah.
Rams, Seahawks.
We can put Bills 3 if y'all want.
But you had Bills.
I had Bills.
I like Bills 3.
What did y'all have it for?
I had Eagles, so I'm probably
okay with putting the Eagles there.
Eagles 4.
And then 5, we were all different. You were Bengals. I was Jags.
If I put Eagles 4, then that would bump the Chiefs up. But the Ravens up.
Yeah, I was saying you had technically Ravens 5. I had Jags 5.
I think it comes down to who got a better chance, the Chiefs or the Ravens. I would probably take the Ravens.
I would take the Ravens.
Based off their team. But who do I trust more?
Pat
Mahomes.
I'm not saying the Chiefs either. I'm saying Pat. I'll be honest.
At the team,
We'll go Ravens.
we'll go Ravens.
Okay. Cool.
Moving on.
5 finals candidates.
This might be the exact same.
This is pretty. I'm gonna be honest. 5 is probably the only one that
When we talk, which is going to be his, but I think we're going to all have pretty much.
76ers is number 1. I mean, I'm not. We don't even have to talk about it, dog. Spurs is number 2. Again, we don't even have to talk about it, dog. 3 is the Knicks, champs, bro. Like, they brought back most of their pieces. They lost Mitch, but come on, it's a big piece, but it's not. They'll still be in contention.
Yeah.
The Thunder are 4. Yeah. They're still a great team, regardless. Number 5, because same argument he had with Mahomes, best player. Man, give me the Nuggets. Give me the Nuggets. I'll put him 5. That's my favorite.
Like that. We're going to be pretty identical, I think, 1 through 3. I would go 76ers 1. It's going to be a top roster in the NBA. He's all-stars everywhere. So 1, 2 Spurs. I think they've got a great future ahead of them. Already went last year. Just comes win. But number 3, Knicks, man, they outplayed them veteran-wise. Just in the fourth quarter, Knicks were ridiculous last year. Truly, it's like they flipped this just a whole nother switch to another level when that fourth quarter started. I mean, the closeout they had to beat the Spurs, or come back on, beat the Spurs, and they were down 5 games in double digits, and they still came back, won the chip. So I'll go 4 Thunder. And then, man, I'm going to say this at 5, but I still really like the Celtics overall. Still think the Celtics are a very solid team. It's just going to matter if Jason Tatum can truly be the leader of that team. I like their coach. I think they've still got a great roster. So yeah, that's Celtics will make my
I went second for it between the Nuggets and the Celtics.
1 easy Sixers, 2 Spurs, 3 Knicks. We're all the same there. 5 or 4. I'm going to go Thunder. Obviously, same roster. No big differences there. They lost Lou Dort, so I think that'll affect them a little bit, but not as heavy as they might see him. 4 or 5. I have the Heat. Giannis is on the team. Bam's on the team. I think they'll have a top 10 defense in the league. Obviously, spacing is going to be an issue, but I think when you have to deal with Giannis, because any team Giannis is on hasn't been a great three-point shooting team. The Bucks aren't a great three-point shooting team any of the years he was there. I think just having to deal with Giannis is always going to be a problem, especially when we get into the playoffs. Defense kind of ramps up, and once you get to the playoffs, we're not exactly going to be penetrating the paint on the Heat, so I'll take the Heat there. So,
I mean, 1 through 4 is the same. Yeah, so we really just got to switch 5.
So Celtics, Denver, or
who do you trust more? Honestly, I'd lean more to Celtics.
Yeah,
I think they're more of a
who's down below?
Tatum and God, who was the backup they got? They drafted Chris Senick, and then they got one more guy. Oh, Mitch. I got Mitch Robinson.
I just don't know if I like the thought of Tatum, Mitch, or Senick down there with Bam and Giannis. That's fair. That'll be my biggest thing. Is that is a lot to handle down there. But I could take Celtics.
I think Mitch could hold his own against Bam. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If him and Cat are holding their own against Wemby, I think the other guys, they could definitely. Sure. I'm not saying they're going to lock it.
But I think Giannis is a little bit different. Defense. Yeah,
he's going to attack you. Like, Wemby was not attacking,
and it's not a matter of like how are we stopping Giannis? We're not stopping him. Just slowing him down. There's nothing you can actually do.
If he says something,
but I could go Celtics. Would you go Celtics over Nuggets though?
See, that's where I'm at.
Still,
I'll take Jokic.
Probably. I want Jokic, of course.
I want Jokic, but I do think I would take the Celtics. Because Jokic, bro, every series, it's like watching him. We talked about 50 and fighting for his.
I think the Jokic just makes the Nuggets so much better than the next yard.
They're a shit team when he's not on the
field. Well, let's go to this argument. Who is the second best on the Celtics? Derrick White?
Yeah.
And then, so who would be the second best on
Jamal Murray? But I like Derrick White against.
I know I do love Derrick White. Don't get me wrong.
I think third. I'd probably say
Paul George. Versus
I guess.
I don't like Paul George, but I like him over Aaron Gordon.
And then, I don't know. Aaron Gordon as a defender, that one championship year, he was on point.
It was.
Aaron Gordon, I mean, he's clutch. You've seen some of those playoff games, bro. Like,
he has to be a clutch shot.
Then you stop comparing him, go to the bench. Yeah. You have Hayden Pritchard coming off.
Pritchard is
that's a starter.
No, he's still down there. He's a great 6 man. He's a great 6 man.
But I could go Nuggets.
Look, if you want to go Nuggets, I'm taking Celtics.
I should go
Celtics. I'm taking Celtics.
Okay.
All right. So, top 5 young players you start a franchise with. Number 1, Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me, Cooper Flag. I'm banking on the potential.
This is all under 25.
Under 25. Cade Cunningham at 3.
Yep.
I got Luka at 4. I think. I think we're reaching the point where we've seen Luka. We've seen 2 teams built damn near around him. We've seen him in the finals. I think it's gotten to the point with him where we're just not going to see it unless he goes somewhere where he's also with someone else. So, and then number 5, this is my speak. This is my guy. I got Dylan Hartford. You can put Jalen Williams. You put a lot of guys over him. I kind of want to rock with Dylan Hartford.
Like the thanks are pretty similar. I'll go Wemby 1 for sure. I would go Luka 2. I would go Cooper Flag 3. Cade Cunningham 4. 5 for me, bro. Can't believe you forgot your boy. Give me Ant Edwards.
Is he under 25?
Luka's not under 20.
No, they're both 25.
No, Luka's 27.
Oh, is he?
Yes, yep.
And Ant is exactly
Yeah,
25.
he's 25. But I like
I
Luka.
was kind of blown by Matt's list too. I'm not gonna lie.
He's 27. I'm sure.
I was kind of blown by Matt's list. Well, also my thing with Luka, and I'm not saying he can't do it. We've seen him like franchises start with him. We just got to see him finish. That's all we got to see. I mean, since 20.
No, Ant's 25.
That's 25.
That's right on the dot. Yep. So I'm putting him to shout. Shout. All right, buddy.
So pretty similar. The only thing I didn't really rank mine, but you guys have Cooper Flag above Cade, banking on potential. I'm a massive Cade Cunningham fan. He is actively turning the Pistons around. So I've got Wemby 1. I don't think there's any arguments about that. There shouldn't be. He's to me the best player in basketball right now. I have Cade at 2 because I'm actively watching him do it right now. Took the Pistons. I think he averaged 30. I want to say it might have been 31 in the playoffs this year. Obviously, they got pumped, but it's okay. Still a young team. I'm going to go Cooper Flag 3. Not even banking on potential. He's one of the greatest rookies to ever play. So, obviously, Cooper Flag could be a piece anywhere. 4. Jalen Williams. Sidekick to SGA, but in my opinion, one of the better all-around defenders in the NBA. 6'8", insane wingspan. I don't think we'll ever see him get to lead a franchise, but there have been multiple nights where if SGA is off, this is the guy who's taken over. And then 5, I struggled to bounce back and forth a lot between Dylan Harper and Jalen Johnson, but I ended up going Jalen Johnson because Dylan Harper does have Wemby. He does have Stephon Castle. He played great in the playoffs, but I think when you have the other team focusing on Wemby and the rest of your cast so hard, obviously Dylan is going to ball. Jalen Johnson is kind of out there on an island. So I love Jalen Johnson. I think I'm going to take him at my 5 spot. So 1, 2, and 3.
Locked.
1, Wemby. Would you guys keep Cooper over Cade?
Yeah. 100%. I put Cade 3, though.
I put Cade 3, yeah.
I mean, but Ant-Man, he'd have to be out because he's 25 when it does.
So Luka would have to be out, too.
No, Luka shouldn't even be. I'm a dumbass. I shouldn't even put him on here.
Yeah.
So I'll go Jalen.
I could even throw in Sengun, whatever. Sengun. I mean, he's a dog.
I'll put Cade 3. Oh, Sengun's not my thought.
I don't know if I can put Cooper over Cade.
Oh, dude. Might have to. Because in my eyes, I feel like rookie year, I saw more. And I'm not saying Cade didn't have any flashes, but I think I saw more in the Coop than I saw at Cade. Like, I mean, my dog, like, Coop dropped 40 then 50 or 50 then 40, like back-to-back games as a rook. I think he has the most points.
Cade's in his 3rd year.
He's the youngest player with the most points. I think he passed LeBron for having the most points in a game.
It's going to be a season, baby.
I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of guys can take that business team and do something like that.
No, he definitely came in. Cooper, I think Cooper's in a Cooper did average. He averaged 21 his rookie season. So he's already going to come in at a more efficient level technically than Cade Cunningham.
So J-Dub's 4, right?
Yeah, I take J-Dub.
So we're putting J-Dub 4. So 5 was what y'all
I
saying?
have Jalen Johnson at 5.
It's Jalen Johnson.
I have Ant-Man, but Ant-Man's 25, so that doesn't work. So he has to be under.
We'll
go
go
Sengun, but that's fine.
We'll go Jalen.
Jalen, yeah.
We'll go Jalen.
This
yeah.
one will probably
Wemby,
fucking say.
the main argument is Coop and Cade. I'm putting Coop at 2. If y'all want to put him at 3, we can put him at 3.
I literally think Cade is like ring bound in the next 10. So I don't know. I have him over Coop because I think that team is in that trajectory to go do something. With Coop or without Coop, I don't know if the Mavs are Kyrie comes back, so
But it's like the way they're constructed now. It's like because the argument like Cade, what he's doing with the Pistons, 1,000%. If I throw Cade on the Mavs, are we getting a big difference? I'm not saying it's because Coop is a rookie, so I don't expect him to lead the team, but I don't expect Cade to lead the Mavs the 45 plus ranks.
Man, he led the Pistons pretty hard though.
I know, but like the Pistons are just like we're gonna get to when he's Azar Thompson is still one of the best defenders in the league, and then you're a big Jalen Duren guy.
Yeah, but Jalen Duren also averaged 9 points in the playoffs.
He did, but again, like I mean, you're watching Kate. I'm watching half these games with Kate. Kate is honestly tricky. Even if and I get it, he's tired, and if he's the main guy out there, but like he's getting some open shots. Brick. And again, I'm not diminishing Cade. Cade's amazing. I love Cade Cunningham, but it's like I'm not gonna act like Cade does not have anyone, but he doesn't have a stacked team like most. So for him to be the 1 to 2 seed, I can definitely get behind how big that was for him. But again, I'm going more on potential. That's why I would take Coop. If I want to put Cade 2, we can put him 2. It's up to you, bud. Where do you want? Because whatever you say, we're going with.
I'm going K too. I mean, he did lead number 1 seed Pistons. So
would be Cade, Coop, Jalen, and then Jalen Johnson.
yeah.
Who?
Could honestly take Jalen above Jalen Williams too.
2020s QBs. This is mad.
I
think we're all gonna have the same.
Number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Number 2, Matthew Stafford. Number 3, Jalen Hurts. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Number 5, Josh Allen. Josh wins 1 ring. 1. They surpassed Jalen Hurts. So if you don't like that he's at 3, that's fine. If they win 1 ring, because Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls in 5 years, so he's done double what your boy Lamar and Josh have done. So let's get a ring here.
They better pray we don't go for 3rd. Mahomes easy. Pat's 1. I'd say Stafford's 2. Gotta say Hurts is 3. I'm going 4, Josh Allen, and then I'm going 5, Joe Burrow. Lamar would be 6th. What? Yeah.
You're a sick bastard. I want to go 1 Pat, 2 Stafford, 3 Hurts. I've got Allen at 4, and I've got Lamar at 5. Andrew, can we get a Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson check real quick?
Let's just do this. I got Lamar over Josh solely because he has 1 more MVP. That is literally it.
I got Josh over Lamar.
Now, how many MVPs does Joe Burrow have?
Andrew's bugging with this.
0.
Andrew would have one.
Triple crown, buddy.
And
he wins it. And guess what? He's been to a Super Bowl.
But you're putting him over Lamar?
Yes. Now this year it's going to be really easy.
Lamar's damn near an all-time conversation.
I know, but again, you know what I want to see out of Lamar, and I think of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow hasn't had near the teams that the Bills or the Ravens have had. Joe Burrow's already been to a Super Bowl before both of them have. I'm going to put him up there at 5. This year will easily change that.
I feel like
it'll change like this. But again, bro, Joe has never had the team that the Bills.
I feel like Josh Allen has to move back too.
Well, I had him at 4. So it's either Lamar's 5, Allen's 6, so I just put Allen 4.
And Allen's so neck and neck.
They are neck and neck, but I'm putting Burrow in there for now.
Sick, buddy. Sick, buddy. Sick.
I'm sick.
Sick.
I knew he was coming too, but
all right. So these lists are all the same except for 4 and 5. We all have a different 4 and 5.
Again, the 1 MVP is why I put him above.
Okay. I mean,
2 MVPs. Like Stafford's at 2 because he has a rank and an MVP. Hurts is 3, even though he's been to the Super Bowl just as much as not just as much, but he's been to the Super Bowl right up there with Pat. Like more than Stafford. No, Stafford's been twice actually, so yeah. More than Lamar and more than Josh.
he also beat Pat.
And he beat Pat. So I'd put him there.
I can keep Allen at 4. I can put Lamar at 4. Whichever one I don't have 4, I probably have.
What do you want to do? You want to keep Josh at 4?
I'd like to keep Josh.
You guys can go.
Lamari's going 5. Yeah, we'll do that. Top 5 NBA defenders. Victor Wembanyama's number 1. I do have Asar Thompson at 2. I do have Scotty Barnes at 3. I do have Giannis at 4. Because y'all forget who the hell Giannis is. And 5, I got it between Chet, OG, and Casey Wallace. Honestly,
Go Bear.
5. No, I ain't putting that. I ain't putting that. So that's my 5.
I'd go Wemby 1. I might even go. I was gonna go Derrick Peterson. That's fine. Honestly, I like having Barnes at 2. I'm gonna put Gobert 3, Giannis 4, and then 5. Man is real doozy. I could either go at this point Sar or maybe a little Dyson Daniels action. But again, Chet and OG there too. It doesn't matter who 5 is. I'll just go OG.
1, Wemby. Not close. Argue with your mama. 2, I have Asar. I actually think Asar is the best defender in the NBA, but Wemby's rim protection makes such a big difference. So it's like kind of hard to argue against. Gobert, hate him, love him. If you watch the playoffs this year, Rudy's back, baby. Obviously, bro, Rudy's not a fucking outside the perimeter defender, but I think when it comes to just being a presence, bro, Rudy's the man. Sorry. I don't think he'll ever win another DPOY, though. That's pretty easy. OG, great showing in the playoffs this year. Always been one of the top defenders in the NBA. Great both sides of the ball guy. 5, Dyson Daniels. Shacked on offense, but the great barrier thief is the guy on defense.
He's a straight.
No argument there.
So Wemby's 1. Asar's going to be 2. We both have
I'm going to go with Asar. Yep.
3, I have Scotty, but you both have Rudy, so we'll put Rudy at 3.
Sure.
I got Giannis 4. You got Giannis 4. Who you got at 4?
I mean, if we would have moved him to 3, I would have had Gobert forward. But right now, OG. I would take Giannis as
Well, I was going to put OG at 5 because he's one of my 3 that I had.
Wow, I'll take Giannis at the 4 spot over.
Okay. So we'll go Wemby, Asar, Rudy, Giannis, and OG. Yep. Okay. Beauty.
Also, ball top 5 teams.
Number 1 is Georgia. Again, we can argue about it all day if y'all want. Like, they're probably the youngest team, but they got one of the most returning starters coming back. They got a lot of big names. Y'all keep shitting on Gunnar Stockton. Fuck you. Gunnar Stockton's amazing.
Yeah.
He's going to hold a natty next year while all these top 10 QBs that are ranked above him are sitting getting ready for the NFL draft. Number 2 is Ohio State. They spend the most. They got Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sand, not much to say about that. LSU, they got a pedophile in Lane Kiffin, but hey, if it works, it works. Recruit all the talent, bring them all in, because you need all of it to do something. And he needs his coordinators because he was not good before Ole Miss head coach now went there. And then when he got there, they got good. So I think Ole Miss is also going to be good, but LSU's got so much talent, you got to put them 3. 4, Texas. Again, number 1 whoops number 4's ass every time. So we'll see y'all again. Arch Manning's finally developing. You got Cam Coleman. Come show me.
Yeah.
Number 5, Miami. They got some dogs. I'll be honest. They got some dogs. Indiana. You don't impress nobody. Kirby's still the best coach in the league. We'll see y'all next year.
Kurt, baby. I'm a big coach guy, so Georgia will be number 1 for me. Love Kirby. He's an absolute animal. I think anything that he's under, you got a shot. 2, I'm going actually LSU 2. I think Sam Levitt going there is going to be huge. Lane Kiffin going there is going to be huge. They got a bunch of transfers. 3, I'm going to go Texas going roster again. It's ridiculous. It's pretty absurd. And then 4, Again, back to roster Ohio State. I do think Ryan Day is a pretty good coach as well, but they are by far spending the most money in NIL. I mean, they've got just absolute dogs. Took one of my favorite players. They just lost Caleb Downs. He immediately replaced him with Earl Little Jr. So they're going to have a great defense again. And then 5, I'll go Miami. I think, gotta go Miami. It's either Miami or Indiana for me. So either Indiana was 5 because of Kurt, but roster severely lacking compared to most of the guys that we're naming right now. So I'll stick Miami 5, and I'm putting Indiana 6. Trusting Kurt, maybe. Dog.
So 1, Georgia. Even in the recent years, like they didn't win last year. I still think all roads to the national championship run through Georgia. And if you look back in previous years, it ran through Alabama. Basically, it runs through the SEC. So don't forget about it. Take it to the Bible Belt, bitch. 2, Ohio State. Pretty self-explanatory. Don't have to say much about it. Texas, broken roster. Kind of a wind down there. 4, this isn't a dark horse, but they're always up in the conversation. They're in the spot, but I genuinely don't know if we're able to get across the line. I'm going to throw Oregon in there. Always in the conversation. I don't think
They've also got a big roster.
I just don't know if they're at a point to get across the line. They're always going to be in the conversation. 5, same as them, dark horse. Miami, explosive team, ridiculous. They got a couple of good additions this year, so I would like to see Miami pull it out. Boom.
So, I mean, realistically, Georgia's 1, Miami's 5. That's set in stone. Ohio State,
I like Ohio State at 2.
we both had them at 2.
You have 2.
I had LSU.
And LSU.
I actually had Ohio State 4. I had Texas 3, so it doesn't. I mean, that's.
How about it say? So we'll just go Georgia 1, Ohio State.
Yep. And then we can go
LSU
3, and then 4 Texas, and then
Miami.
5. Easy.
All right, guys. That'll wrap up this week. This is our first live one with us in person. Great having you guys here. Again, if you don't like the content, I don't like you. So keep it pushing. Comment, like, subscribe. See you guys next time.
Catch you guys next week.
30 loud out.